Okay, we're back for part 6. um, so to get back to the this great article in Parade about Cancer 2026 full moon, um, the Cancer is ruled by the moon. It's deeply nurturing, compassionate, heartfelt, family oriented, intuitive, and emotional. That said, you can make the most of this full moon by thinking about what you need to feel more connected, loved, cared for, safe, and emotionally centered. It's a transit that invites you to acknowledge and heal old wounds, especially those stemming from family life. Oh my gosh. See, here we go. And I have been. So it goes right along with, I've been doing this, so I don't check and read. I only look up things as I'm um, motivated, or it comes into, pops into my head, or I'm preparing to make a video, and then I've already been doing all of this, so it just goes right along. It's just amazing because the reason why it makes me what do you call it? Amazed is because it wasn't, it was only until like maybe I was 47 or 48. No, maybe, I think it was earlier. 20, 2013. Yeah, I think it was 2013 when I started considering astrology as it might be a viable, or um, there's something more to it than just, you know, because I never really I thought it was just woo woo, you know, not really. It's a fun little thing to look in, read your astrology forecast or whatever, but all of those little things, they're just kind of not really true because or so general, that you can't really take it seriously anyway. So, but then I had friends on Facebook that they kept talking about it, and then they talked about their natal chart, and I was like, what is that? So I started looking into it, and I looked mine up, and I was just blown away how it fit me. Some parts fit me, and then other parts didn't, because my Saturn is in Taurus, and my Saturn, when it's in that sign, it means that the second half of your life is going to be more meaningful for you than the first half. So, um, like I said, I will find true love in my second half of my life, which I'm still hoping that's true, because I did love my ex-husband, but I feel like um, we wanted different things out of life, and um, it just, we didn't know ourselves well enough. We we didn't communicate enough, and we let the world come in between us. We let the world come in. And I told him, because I was intuitive all my life. I've been intuitive. We can't let the world come in between us. But he did. So, and I did too. I mean, I'm not, I had my part to play as well. But, it's good to review and see where you went wrong so you don't make the same mistakes. Because I want to be the best person that I'm able to be. And that requires introspection and going in deep and seeing my part to play and what I did wrong and making a note of it and saying, hey, I'm not doing that anymore. That's wrong. I'm not going to do it. And if it happens again, then, I got to nip it in the bud. This is a really good article. So it's a transit that invites you to acknowledge and heal old wounds, especially those stemming from family life, and to explore what you can move beyond to find more balance between your inner and your outer lives. So you have to integrate your inner self and your outer self, because this full moon in Cancer joins Jupiter, the planet of abundance and fortune, optimism, happiness, and joyfulness will be within reach. My Jupiter is in Saturn, which is, because Cancer and Scorpio are water signs. So, and my Jupiter's in Scorpio. You gotta look at your own chart though to see, and then see, because it's helpful to figure out, the symbolic meanings of all of these placements. And the more you read up on it and the more you become familiar, the more you're able to figure out your own chart and what it means as it's happening, because it's always happening and it's always going forward. And if we're not aware, then we're losing out on opportunities to manifest it in our own lives and make the most of the transit. So the moon also harmonizes with the North Node and fellow water sign Pisces. So you could feel like emotional experiences that arise now feel destined to play out as they are. And because the moon forms a harmonizing trine to commitment, I have to look at the time, sorry. The moon forms a harmonizing trine to commitment-oriented Saturn, which is also in Pisces at this moment. Intuitive, spiritually charged moves you make now could prove stabilizing. So I'm really debating on whether I should talk to my sisters, because I don't want to hurt them as they've hurt me. And I have to like really figure out if I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to have to talk to them at some point, but I have to really figure out what I'm going to say, and if it's even worth, going into why I've been, missing in action for these last couple of months, and how they hurt me. Maybe you guys can help me, and you can leave a comment and say what you think, if you think I should talk to them, or if you think I should explain myself, or if I should just say I've been working on my own inner self, and not really go into detail. So I have a few more minutes. Now it goes into which 4 zodiac signs are most impacted by this Cancer full moon. The signs that will be most impacted during this Cancer full moon are the cardinal signs, which are Aries, it's a cardinal fire, Cancer, cardinal water, Libra, cardinal air, and Capricorn, cardinal earth. So what you do is, if these aren't your sun signs, your moon signs, or your ascendant signs, which none of these are for me, you go into your chart and see where they land in your chart, and then you see, because, like, for instance, Aries, my Chiron is in Aries, which is my it's where your wound is. So mine is Aries, which means self, wound of the self. And so I have to, I can be very critical of myself and my mental talk. And I have to really, I feel like I need to improve on that, because I'm very critical and I can be very, very cruel and mean to myself in my self-talk. And I need to catch myself when I'm talking, saying, "Oh, you stupid dummy, why did you do that?" Because I do that. Like, if I make a mistake, if I drop something, spill something, I'll say, "Oh, you dumb idiot, you did it again." So that's really important. You can't, that self-talk really, you might think it's not important, but it is, because it drains your energy and it brings you down. And it injures your self-image and your self-respect. So anyways, the only place I have Cancer, like I said before, is my 9th house, which is the house of philosophy, which I'm very philosophical. Higher learning, traveling, writing, and religion. So that's interesting. And Libra, like I said, it's my Libra's in Mars, which is detriment. And then it's also in Uranus, and they're both in the 12th house, which is the house of undoing, self-undoing, hidden, secret, mystic, and unconscious. And then Capricorn, I don't think I have any planets in Capricorn. Capricorn is in my 3rd house, but I don't have any planets in there, so. And your 3rd house is communication, siblings, ooh, and short trips. So I've been listening to different astrologers, and they're talking about taking short trips. So maybe that's why they're talking about. I don't know. Just, anyways. No, that's, never mind. That's just in me, my thingy, because that's the only place I have Capricorn, which is in my 3rd house. So, anyways, I'll have to look into that more for my own, my personal. But you guys look into your personal charts and see where those Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Oh, damn.